The mystery of Bitcoin's creator. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? In a groundbreaking white paper published in 2008, an enigmatic individual going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto unveiled Bitcoin, the first decentralized cryptocurrency in history, promising to transform the global financial scene. Since then, the identity of Nakamoto has remained mysterious, and no one is certain if the term refers to a single person or a group of cryptographers. The identity of Satoshi Nakamoto has been the subject of innumerable speculations, ranging from claims made by self-proclaimed creator Craig Wright to the involvement of computing titans Nick Szabo and Hal Finney. Even though they vanished in 2010, Nakamoto's impact on the world is still evident, since Bitcoin has developed into a major financial force. We discover a greater tale of creativity, decentralization, and disruption as we investigate the enigma surrounding Nakamoto's identity. Let's watch in 7 points. 1. Bitcoin's origins. A digital currency revolution. Satoshi Nakamoto, a mysterious individual, released a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system in 2008. A new form of money that might exist completely independent of conventional banks, governments, and financial institutions was described in this paper. In an increasingly digital world, Bitcoin promises decentralization, security, and anonymity, a game-changing idea. The main concept was straightforward: to develop a currency that could be transferred and received online without the need for middlemen, increasing accessibility, speed, and affordability. The core technology of Bitcoin, however, was its blockchain, a public ledger that keeps track of every transaction made over a dispersed network of computers. This maintained user anonymity while guaranteeing security and transparency. One issue nevertheless remains. Who is the individual or group of individuals who developed Bitcoin and the blockchain technology that underpins it? Nakamoto's identity is still unknown despite innumerable speculations, despite the fact that Bitcoin has grown from a specialized technology to a worldwide financial asset valued at hundreds of billions USD. 2. The identity of Nakamoto, a mystery, encased in code. The identity of Satoshi Nakamoto is the first and most evident enigma surrounding Bitcoin. It is unclear to everyone if Nakamoto is a single person or a group of persons. The fact that Nakamoto disappeared from the public view in 2010 and left behind only an internet trail of emails, forum posts, and code makes the situation much more mysterious. Since then, Nakamoto has only left behind a decentralized legacy, crazy ideas, and cryptic hints rather than any confirmed communications. Satoshi Nakamoto, the name itself, might be a pseudonym. 3. The early years. The perspective of a pioneer. Deep discontent with the conventional banking system is where Bitcoin got its start. In the wake of the 2008 global financial crisis, when trust in centralized financial institutions was at an all-time low, Nakamoto published his white paper. Nakamoto created Bitcoin as a response to the shortcomings of central banks, fiat money, and the opaqueness of conventional finance. The Bitcoin network was established in January 2009 when Nakamoto mined the Genesis block, the first block on the blockchain, and was rewarded with 50 Bitcoins. It said, The Times, 3rd January 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks, and it was incorporated in the Genesis block. This alluded to Nakamoto's dissatisfaction with the current banking system and was a clear reference to the political and economic unrest of the era. Even if the coding was brilliant, Nakamoto didn't do much to market Bitcoin in its early years. Rather, they used online forums to interact with other early adopters and discreetly built the network, allowing the technology to do the talking. 4. Theories regarding Satoshi Nakamoto. Who could he be? Numerous people have been hypothesized as Satoshi Nakamoto's real identity over the years. These theories range from highly imaginative assertions to genuine competitors. The following are a few of the most prominent theories. A. Nick Szabo, the pioneer of smart contracts. One of the most popular speculations is that Nakamoto might be the well-known cryptographer and computer scientist Nick Szabo. BitGold, a forerunner to Bitcoin that adhered to many of the same ideas, was credited to Szabo. Furthermore, His style and ideas on digital currency are very similar to those in Nakamoto's white paper. Though Sabo has always denied being Nakamoto, some have cited his use of certain language and writing style as proof of his involvement. B. Hal Finney, the initial Bitcoin exchange. Hal Finney, a well-known cryptographer and one of the first proponents of Bitcoin, is another formidable candidate. Finney actively participated in the creation of the Bitcoin network and received the first Bitcoin transaction from Nakamoto. Some think Finney is a strong contender because of his extensive knowledge of encryption and his close connection to Nakamoto. Finney, however, died in 2014, and while there is still conjecture on his involvement, concrete evidence of his Nakamoto role is still elusive. C. The self-proclaimed Satoshi, Craig Wright. Australian businessman Craig Wright made waves in 2016 when he claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. The cryptocurrency community immediately viewed Wright's statements with skepticism, with many doubting the veracity of his assertions. Many people in the IT industry are still not convinced, despite his attempts to present evidence, because his purported proof was ambiguous and did not pass the strict inspection of the crypto community. The reasons for the development of Bitcoin. The reason behind the creation of Bitcoin is more obvious, even though Nakamoto's identity is still unknown. Nakamoto's work was motivated by a strong conviction that decentralization and encryption had the power to transform society. Bitcoin was created to be unaffected by the government, allowing for peer-to-peer transactions that do not rely on established financial systems. The system was also intended to be deflationary. Bitcoin's design keeps inflation from depreciating its value because there is a fixed quantity of 21 million coins. 6. The repercussions of Satoshi's absence. Nakamoto abruptly stopped communicating with the public in 2010, just a year after creating Bitcoin. Since posting his final known messages on a Bitcoin forum, Nakamoto has not been heard from. Numerous ideas have been proposed in response to this departure, ranging from the notion that Nakamoto was compelled to go into hiding by government pressure to the notion that he merely wished to take a back seat and let Bitcoin develop on its own. According to some theories, Nakamoto's disappearance was intentional in order to keep Bitcoin decentralized and unattached to any one person. By vanishing, Nakamoto gave the Bitcoin project the freedom to develop independently of his own prejudices, interests, or hidden agenda. 7. The legacy. The worldwide effect of Bitcoin. Even if Nakamoto's identity is unknown, there is no denying Bitcoin's worldwide influence. Since its inception, Bitcoin has challenged conventional ideas of money, banking, and trust, sparking a revolution in the financial industry. Thousands of different cryptocurrencies, or altcoins, each with their own special characteristics and applications, have been spawned by Bitcoin. A new paradigm for safe, transparent transactions has been established by the uses of the underlying blockchain technology in sectors ranging from healthcare to supply chain management. The impact of Bitcoin is not limited to the financial sector. With a thriving community of developers, investors, and fans who believe in the potential of decentralization and financial freedom, it has evolved into a cultural phenomenon. Major organizations, including as governments, publicly listed corporations, and hedge funds, have also taken notice of Bitcoin and are starting to look at how they may use blockchain technology in their operations. It is possible that the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto will never be completely revealed. From Craig Wright to Nick Szabo, the options are virtually limitless. The amazing impact that Bitcoin and its founder have had on the world, however, cannot be denied. The world is greatly indebted to Nakamoto's vision, regardless of whether they were a single genius or a group of visionaries. The rise of Bitcoin as a worldwide financial asset continues to defy predictions, and as the cryptocurrency market expands, so too will the legacy of the enigmatic founder. Let us know in the comments what you think about the mystery of Bitcoin's creator, who is Satoshi Nakamoto. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.